Coming back on AI, like you have been making significant investments and changes in AI, and CIBC has been leading in this space. You launched CAI, CIBC AI. So that was the first, and I've seen a lot of initiatives where you're talking about AI for changing the end user experience as well as for your own people. Okay, so can you double click on the journey on AI and what's next things for you to come? And what's the path forward? Yeah.
I feel like as CTO, no, I joke that I'm the chief AI officer. It seems as all the questions around AI continually, and which makes sense given how much is shaping the world. I think we try to make sure that we're seen as leaders in the space, but we also don't want to be bleeding edge. So we want to be in the mix and pushing ahead in certain areas where we think AI can give us that competitive advantage. So the approach we've taken was first of all, because we're a bank, we spent a lot of time setting out our governance and risk framework around leveraging AI, right? So that was really important. And so investing in that gives you long-term benefits because you have a good framework, right, around trust of your data and also ensuring the models are sound and you have all the right vetting processes and reporting and controls and risk around onboarding new models, making sure that's in place. And that gives you an advantage if you get that right. And we believe we've done a really good job with that. The second bit is trying to give these tools out to what I call our knowledge workers, which is really everyone at the bank, rather than just saying one specific business, we're going to focus on model X or model Y. So we took the approach. It's not unique in the marketplace for sure, but we decided to offer up CAI, which is our chat GBT sort of to the masses with the CIBC controls around it and firewalls. So we now can ensure that all of our knowledge workers have access to leverage this CAI platform, which has different recipes in it. And those recipes allow you to do different things like meeting summarization or creating PowerPoints or whatever it may be you want to be able to use with those recipes. And that just allows all our knowledge workers to end up leveraging it in the way they need to make their jobs more efficient and allow them to actually focus on more high value work. So that was one
contributing your own recipes to that.
Exactly. So now we have the ability for folks to create their own recipes on CAI. But the punchline is that this is about enabling our workforce to leverage these tools in a safe way. And so we had to create our own sort of CAI platform using the ChatGPT engine. So it's been really, really powerful. The second bit is we also did some other work where things like our Knowledge Central platform, which is, was thousands and thousands and thousands of pages of procedures that a frontline would access to answer questions when clients came in or whatever it may be. We ended up putting that into a sort of a Gen AI framework so that you can interact with all those procedures and this whole thousands and thousands of pages and actually get the answers to the questions that you have when you're actually doing your job in the front line. So that's another one we focused on, which has more impact on let's call it a large part of our knowledge worker base. And then now what we're doing is doubling down on very specific use cases with our business partners where we think we have the most value. So we have things like document ingestion, which is used by the legal team and many different folks, and things like charting notes and wealth and credit narratives in the cap markets, corporate banking space, et cetera. So we think the balance is really quite good. I think the concern though a bit is that everyone is on this race. And so I think for us, you think you're ahead on some things and then you realize you're suddenly behind on those things. So I think for us, having a measured focused strategy is the way to go and trying to be very sharp on where do we see the most business value and client impact and employee impact with rolling out AI. So I think it's a good approach. And then leveraging partners as it makes sense for us and also having we build it in tech, the foundations, right, is making sure we have some flexibility to plug in different models because, every few months there's changes, right? Which LLMs out there are the most impactful and et cetera. So I think creating a bit of that mindset around flexible platform so we can adapt through time is a good one. So, are we ahead or not? Hard to say, but I think we're doing the right things at the bank and we're making sure that we prioritize in the right way.